Hello and welcome to another Wraggys beer reviews update. So, channel update. I've been doing one of these once a month at the moment. It's more of a health update than anything else. As you can see, the beer wall is literally pretty much empty. I can't tell you what's going to happen there. I don't know. At some stage, yeah, I've got some decisions to make on about beer reviews. But whether I start, literally in a few weeks' time, I'm going to Norfolk. And if I've got the available pennies by then, I'll be bringing some beers back with me. Other than that, well, we'll see how it goes. But on the upside of things, you'll remember back in, I think it was late November, early December, I was diagnosed with diabetes, which was a bit of a shock. And certainly the way I was told was a bit of a shock, you know. And also high blood pressure, so high-ish blood pressure. You look on the internet says anything above 120 is high blood pressure. I was 140 over 90, and yet the nurse says to me that that's all right, you know, it's not too high. Although the last time I went, because I was stressed to heaven, it was actually came out at 185. But anyway, today I've been tested for blood pressure, and it went down to 132 over 80. So quite the drop. And anxiety, stress play a lot in blood pressure, obviously. Getting stressed, letting things bother you. And recently I have been more chilled. And not in some ways not caring. It's not caring, it's just not letting it get to me. And just thinking, yep, sod it. That sort of thing. And like I say, 130 over 80, so that's a good thing. Yeah. One will have noticed on the channel that the reviews are dropping down now to maybe sometimes 2 a day, sometimes 1 a day. And then possibly soon sometimes none. We'll see. But it is what it is on that side of things. I'm sure I'll come up with some innovative way to put out a video, but yeah. So today, when I first started when I first got my diabetes reading, I think it was either 83 or 86, or certainly in the 80s. Today, I had the results of my last blood test, and it's down to 65. 50 is where they want you to be at. So in the time, it's already come down to 65, which I suppose it takes a while to come down. And I suppose, you know, as long as I carry on eating the right things, taking the tablets that I'm supposed to take, and eating more vegetables and stuff, it will come down further. So, you know, it's a good thing. So yeah, positive update. You know, like I say, the only slight thing is my cholesterol is slightly high, so I've got to sort that out. It's amazing, isn't it? All these things you take no care of whatsoever, that aren't on the radar. I mean, it says on my cholesterol that I can have a test in a year's time, but my nurse was saying that maybe in 3 months' time, you know, do another wee sample and see where you are then, and see, you know, maybe it's a case of taking a tablet, maybe it's your own body and not what you're eating that's the cause of it. And got bloody hair in my mouth. I don't know where that came from. Yeah, it's your body. It's not you. It's not what you eat, not what you drink, and etc. And it's your body. And sometimes you need the help to keep it under control and stop you from developing something down the line which could be naughty. And I get that. So, but yeah, a good, positive update. For me, it's going in the right way. Like I say, I've stopped having sugar in coffees. I'm not chomping down crisps, biscuits and everything else. You know, I've not stopped totally. It's like with beer drinking. I'm not stopping totally. What's the point of any life? Yeah, I've certainly slowed down, mind you. Part of that is because I can't afford it. But hence the beer wall being empty. And not only that, I look at the beer wall and because of health reasons, it's given me the kick up the arse and said to me that do you really need all that? Do you really need to do all that? You know, and probably not. No, not really. So yeah, that is what it is on that side of things. But positive outlook, and like I've said recently in reviews, but you may or may not have watched the reviews. Recently, I've been mental health is better, in a good place for mental health, not letting things bother me. And looking at things, and if I see something that annoys me on the internet, and there's always something that annoys you, just thinking, fuck it, you know, why am I worried? Why am I bothered? Yeah, it used to piss me off that like Nottingham, you know, beer festivals, breweries, and all this. You do a lot of work promoting them unofficially, but you're still promoting them, you know, by putting their stuff all over the internet, using your social media to promote them, and that, and then, you know, literally ignored, and you think to yourself, why do I bother doing it? Why am I doing it for you? I might as well just promote my own stuff and be done with it. And that may be the thing soon when I think about doing homebrew. I think going back into homebrew and just looking after, you know, number one rather than number 2, 3, 4, 5 and fucking countless others. Or certainly looking after those that are, that are decent. Whoa, that's a nice stout, by the way. Yeah, very decent. So that is my update from Wraggys Beer Reviews. Positive, very positive, and good to see. Because as I, when they said to me it was high and you need to get it down, you know, you look and you think, right. And I've never stood away from a challenge. And if it's a challenge that saves your life, in the respect of, and then you look at the likes of things where it says about bloody, you know, with your feet and gangrene, and think, fucking hell, and your eyes losing your sight and that, and it's like shit. Worrying, you know. I mean, they tried to get me on these groups, one called Desmond and some other group, and I flatly turned around to them and said, I don't do groups. Says, last thing I want to do is go to a group and there's some person there preaching to me, because I would literally be there and think, you know, you can fuck off. I'm not being told what to do. I can read. I'm super clever enough to read and digest. From Diabetes the UK, that's the main site to go on. Don't listen to any other sites. Not worth it. Certainly not in the UK anyway. But yeah, so all good, all positive. At least I haven't had to give up the beer totally. You know, I've lowered it down, obviously. And although some of that's not just for the fact that, not just for health reasons, because of, you know, you look at the money side of things, you think, I can't keep paying like £7 or £8 for a can of beer. I think it's all down to flushness. If you've got the money, you don't care. But when you haven't, you do care. And I'm sure that's the same with everybody out there in the land of in the real world. You know, you think, no, I'm not fucking paying that. No, I'm not doing it. And I mean, there was a day when, you know, not that we've ever been rich, but there was a day where the pennies were coming in, and it was like, yeah, I don't care. Yeah, I'll spend that. And now the pennies aren't coming in, and you know, you look and you think, well, but then not only that, locally, the breweries, a lot of the local breweries aren't putting their beers into cans and bottles. They aren't doing it. So then you look at the supermarket offerings, and to be honest, yeah, there's not many supermarket beers I've not reviewed. And then there's some I don't want to review either. You know, I look at them, I think, I'm not reviewing that shite. Or, I mean, I'll have to look and see how many I haven't reviewed for years. They're the ones, not the ones that I've reviewed literally once or, you know, about 5 times. It's not worth reviewing them again. Although, to be fair, over the years, beers change, and they have changed. So, yeah. But anyway, that's me signing off. A good update today. Yeah. Maybe not so about the beer wall, but you know, yeah, you can't win them all, can you? And the glue and the can't think what that word was there. I've lost it now. Cholesterol. Yeah, I'll keep my eye on that. A little bit high, but not stupidly. So, but yeah, a good update for the channel and for me personally, obviously. Cheers.